Okay. Hi everybody, welcome in. Hi Kaiser. Hi Void, welcome in, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Oh my gosh. It is Tuesday. Congrats on the 90 stream streak. You're right, 90 stream streak. Oh my god, between Velvera and Darkest. Let's go. Sloofy, welcome in. How are you, cutie? How's your night? Hi, hi, hi. Dry Doc, you said earlier that you waited for like 15 minutes and you still couldn't get the first place. I'm so sorry. Oh no. I'm sorry. Hi Tara. Tara, don't think I didn't hear or see technically. I didn't see that you bought me stuff off of Throne. Thank you so much, Tara. I'll take a look at what they are in just a minute. Hi, Valonia and Val. I was like, hi, Vals. There we go. Hi, Vals. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's go ahead and let's switch on over. Oh my gosh. My night is going well. How's yours? I'm good. I'm good. I've been, oh, you know what? The drinks are a little messed up. Let me go ahead and adjust those. I have a little bit of a headache. It's I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it has slightly gotten worse since I woke up. I think it's like a combination of a tension headache and lack of water, honestly. I didn't really have a whole lot of water last night. So I have a big cup of water with me right now, and I will be drinking that periodically throughout the night. Probably more often than I normally do. Young guy, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. How are you? How's your night? Happy Tuesday. Albert, hi Albert. Keep it up. Yes. Hi, hi, hi. Hell yeah, twin. All my points are gone. They are because of yesterday. Oh my gosh. What a sweet voice you have. Hi, Young. You like my voice? Thank you. It is one of my finest redeeming qualities, I would say. Worth spending all 25,000 though. Also 10 and Wawa. Yes, I have my water right here. I refilled it before we started. I also poured myself another cup of coffee. Golden. Thank you so much for the forehead kiss. Probably leave a lurk while I go sleep or try to. Cat is going crazy with my new toy. Yeah, of course, Golden. Have fun with the new cat toy and the gatita. Have fun, have fun. Have a good lurk, Golden. Fuamoko. You guys are basically the Fuamoko. Fuafua. The Fuamoko. What's Fuamoko? What on earth happened yesterday? I got rid of so many points. Oh, so yesterday we actually did we had a couple Ko-Fi donations, and I have a new thing that we're doing. If you guys do 10 subs or more in a stream, then you guys can pick my outfit. And I actually do have a couple outfits that I can show off. Speaking of, I told you guys I would try to get the outfits prepared for tonight, so let me just go ahead and let me do this so we can show those off. We got both last night. Well, we had a BRB scene. I'm just gonna show them off really quick. I'm not gonna keep them on permanently. So here's the first one. I have to put up my modesty screen, guys. Okay, hold on. So here's the first one. We have the spring dress. We got the spring dress. So we can do the fan. We can use the parasol. We also I can't remove the overdress. I cannot remove the overdress because it is against Twitch TOS. There's a spring dress. Yes, we got the new spring dress. We just purchased it yesterday, and you guys actually used your channel points for me to pick this up, so I was able to get this last night. So beautiful just as expected, right? Isn't it gorgeous? It looks so good. I love this dress. It's very, very pretty. I kind of like the fan. I think the fan just really makes it nice and Nice and springy, right? But there's one more. I have to show you guys. Let me go ahead and put this back up. I have to do it this way. Do that one, and then the last one we got is we got the cyberpunk fox. We got the cyberpunk fox. This one came with the ears as well. I just don't have them on. I couldn't get them to work very well last night. But here's the cyberpunk fox. This one I could put the game up for you guys. Thank you for the head pad. Adorable. Very nice. I kind of like it too. I'm probably gonna adjust it a little bit more because this one I did rush to try and make it like fit me a bit. So I'm probably gonna keep working with it and adjusting it. But there's this one. We can remove the cover a bit. I kind of like the block of the black. I don't know. And we can also remove the jacket. So we could potentially have it like this. But I kind of like the jacket. I really like the jacket. Cute indeed, right? Aren't they just so cute? But those are new outfits that we can switch into whenever we want to now. So it just makes it nice and easy for us to like get new outfits and stuff like that at a reasonably inexpensive price. Something that we're able to get easily because they do have those like pay to use body assets that I can pick up off of Booth. Really nice. The jacket is a nice touch. I do like the jacket. I like the jacket. I think the jacket's very pretty. Goodness gracious. I'm glad you guys like it. What else did I miss yesterday? What happened? So I was gifted funds to purchase new outfits through Booth, and so I had you guys vote on the 2 outfits that I would pick up, and you guys voted on the spring dress as well as the cyberpunk fox. So those are the 2 that we picked up. Those are the ones that I showed up, and everybody used their channel points to vote for which one they wanted. There was also like there was a maid, there was a nurse, there was also what's the word, like a black and red dress. They were so pretty, really nice. I mean, yeah, the outfits are cute, but also is the person wearing them. Aw, thank you, boy. Thank you. The voting got crazy. It did. You guys used so many channel points on the voting. It was really cute. I'm glad you guys like the outfits. Honestly, between the 2 new ones, there's certain aspects that I like about both of them, right? So it's really hard for me to be like, I like this one more. I like this one more. You know, they're both just really nice in their own rights. Battle was legendary. It was. And the black and red dress. Well, if we get, let me put it this way. If we get another Ko-Fi donation, that one is about, I think it was like $13.60 something. Let me double check the price really quick because I have to convert it into USD. Let me see if I go here and I go here to the there you go, click on the shop. So the black and red dress that we were looking at yesterday, I have to find it again because they don't alphabetize. So I'm just like, where is it? There it is. Okay, so it's $11.28. It's actually 50% off right now because normally it's about $25. So it's $24, but it's half off right now. It says 50%, but half of 50% is, so half of 24 is 12. I'm not going to question it. But yeah, they are, like, most of them are on sale right now. That's why I was able to pick up 2 yesterday to get the 2 outfits. I probably could have picked up more, but I wanted to at least get those 2. It's so pretty, right? They're very pretty. I agree. Still want to see in the black and red. Damn, now I wish I hadn't fallen asleep so soon. No, you're good, Velvera. Hope we had a good sleep. Was it a good rest? The battle was legendary. I think it was 450,000. 450,000 points, like in total. It was a lot. It was a lot that you guys spent as far as points go. I think I could still take a look at it. Hold on. View results. Let's see. So the pink dress won with 510 votes. The sweater with the skirt was second place with 507. That one was very pretty too. And the red dress had 49. So that one was your guys' least favorite. It was a good rest. I really needed. I'm glad you did. Hi, Chef. Welcome in. Hi, James. Hi. How's your night? I fell asleep way too early too. Oh no, Dry Dog. I'm sorry. Hopefully you had a good rest too. I really hope there's story time. And I have to sleep early. Yes! So tonight is story time. Tonight we'll be reading 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, but we always start stream with a little bit of just chatting and hanging out. But I did want to tell you guys, because I do have a headache that is fluctuating between getting worse and getting better. Like, it goes away and then it comes back, then it goes away and comes back. That's why I think it's a tension headache. That helped a little bit. That's why I think it's a tension headache, because it does go away and come back, right? Tried to tap quickly for the one with fun. Oh, the brown. That one was so pretty. I like that one. That's actually one of the first ones I saw from that shop, and one of the ones. Oh, I didn't add creamer to my coffee. No wonder it tastes very, very strong. What was I saying? That was the one that I saw that like brought me into that shop, and I have their bathing suit one. I don't have it set up yet, but last year I did purchase their bathing suit body asset. It is so pretty. It is so pretty. I love that one. Hi, DJ. By all means, if you have to stop stream for health reasons, go hard. Yes, I will be streaming until the headache gets super bad. I want to at least do, if I can do at least 2 hours tonight. My goal is at least 2 hours tonight, to do at least 1 hour of chatting like we normally do, and then another hour of the book. So tonight, like I said, we'll be reading 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. We're not going to get into it yet, but we will be a little bit later. Hi, Ariel. Glad I missed it though, because I missed out on being broke. I'm saving my points as best I can. Why are you saving your points for? I don't really have anything that you can't really, like, knowing how many points you normally have, you could pretty much afford pretty much everything that I have right now, right, Velvet? You know what I forgot to do? I actually forgot to do some. How could you? How dare you? Thank you, DJ. I just remembered I need to turn off the ASMR ones, because tonight is reading time. So reading time is usually very chill, usually very relaxed. So I try to keep it as what's the word? There we go. Yes. As peaceful as possible. Thank you for the sweater. Oh, I love the sweater. Hi, Rizo. I forgot to message you. I wanted to message you. And I forgot what I was going to ask you, but I remember waking up this morning and I'm like, I gotta ask Rizo. And then I forgot what I was going to ask you. Oops, my bad. Still have 187,632. That's so many points. How many do you have right now? Thank you. Oh, James. Thank you for the forehead kiss. And thank you for the eyeword change. Not a lot, but to be fair, I save for purely my own amusement. I'm poor in points. I don't put them into votes because I know I won't be able to get them back if I do. True. Now that's cozy. Cozy. Hi, Pingu. Welcome in. You know what I haven't done today yet? Let's see. Who is my merit? And Golden went to sleep. I pull Golden and he's asleep. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's, you know, even if he's not here, we're still gonna we're gonna use this like this orangey red, because I think this orangey red looks really good on me. Oh, let me bring it forward a bit more. There you go. Make it just a touch smaller, and I'll put it right there. That is my wedding kiss for the night for Golden. Oh, you got a water. Yes, drink your water, everybody. Speaking of, I'm drinking water. Hi, Nipa. Oh my gosh, how are you? Tasty water. Thank you for the hug, Velvera. Thank you, thank you. While you're hugging me, Velvera, can you also give me a quick massage? My neck and back is killing me. I've been sleeping very, very well, but I wake up feeling sore. I don't understand. Hi, Overlord. Welcome in. I keep wanting to call you Warlord, and I was like, that's not their name. But how are you? How's your night? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the hug, God Hunter. Thank you, thank you. Now it's your turn to give me a massage, please, and thank you. Would you guys say you're good at massages? I feel like I used to be better at them. I feel like I used to be better at massages, but I also kind of feel like I've maybe not done, or like I haven't been able to do or give somebody a massage in a hot minute. So I kind of feel like I'm not as good as I used to be. And if anyone would like to join us for Bongo Cats, there's the link right there. I just updated the code. There you go. I'm fairly good at them. Yeah, but see, I have nails, so like it's hard for me to try and give somebody massage when I think I'm gonna be like hurting them because of my nails. I'm just like stab, stab, stab. You know what I mean? I'm good at neck and back massage. I'm good at massages, neck, shoulders, and feet. I've had a lot of practice since my mom has severe chronic pain. Oh. Okay, I don't really like people touching my feet. I'm very like, don't touch my feet. But neck and shoulders, yes please. Hands, oh my god. I used to go to this lady to get my nails done. And those of you who have ever gone and gotten a manicure, isn't it the best when the masseuse like massages your hand and they go up your arm? Not the masseuse, or the nail lady, the nail tech, right? They you know, massage your hand and they massage your, you know, their arm, and they go all the way up to your elbow, and then they like flex your fingers too. You're just like, ah, it feels so good. It feels so good. Ah, that's my dream, to be able to go to a nail tech every other month if I could, and just have them like paint my nails for me and like decorate them, make them all pretty, and then have them give me a massage on my hands and arms. I'm just like, please, just take me. I'm not big on massaging feet. I'm iffy with feet in general, but I only ever do it to help my mom, which is completely fair, right? Because they're your mom, right? And knowing you the way that I do, Velvera, your mom is lovely. I love the opportunity to learn and get better. Yeah, okay, Zero, you can practice. You can massage my hands. That's a good way to practice, because then it'd be easy for me to like point and be like, right here hurts, right here hurts. Give me good hand massage. I used to do it for a living. Really? You used to be a masseur? I didn't know that. I get called overlords. Overload. Oh my gosh. It's okay. People mess up my name all the time too. Hi, Ryuk. Doing well. I'm doing okay. I have a bit of a headache, so I'm kind of just... I'm trying to take it slow. I'm trying to take it slow tonight because I do have a headache. I was a nail tech. Oh, you were a nail tech. Really? So James, if I want my nails done, I can just go to you. Perfect. Headache twin. Let's go. I like the job, hate the people around it. You know, that's so fair. That's really fair. I have one of those nail kit things to like do my own nails at home, but I don't think the polish I have is very good quality, because after like a week it starts to like peel off. You know what I mean? Hi, Fend. Welcome. Wait, hold on. Fend is here. I have to do this since Fend is here. I have to take my Fend out for walkies. I told Fen that I would take them out for walkies if they came in. Hold on. Let me just angle this correctly. That's a big hand. Alright, Fen, come on. We're going for walkies. Let's go. Wait, hold on. Let me do it this way. Let me do it this way so it looks a little bit more believable. Alright, Fend. Come on. We're going for walkies. Walkies, Fend? Fend? Walkies? Walkies, Fend? You're ready? Okay. Chat? Walkies? Walkies? Snack? Treat? Wait, hold on. Treat? You guys want a treat? Hold on. Let me see. What do I have that I could use as a treat? Hold on. Let me see. Ooh. Wait, hold on. I got it. Treat. Guys, chat, you guys want a treat? Here, I'll put it right here. Treat? You guys want a treat? A lemon cupcake that has lemon on it. Lemon. Oh, can you not eat lemon? I also okay, if you can't have lemon, you know, because some people might not like lemon, you know. I also have chocolate. You guys want chocolate? Oh. I moved. There we go. I also have chocolate for those of you who can't have lemon. I have chocolate. There you go. Perfect. Chocolate? Yes, I have chocolate. Oh, wild time to join. Hi, Grab. I'm taking chat out for walkies. And if they're good, if chat is good, then I will give them a treat. You guys can pick between lemon and chocolate. Chocolate? Who wants chocolate? If you want chocolate, press 2. If you want lemon, press 1. I can share my Fend snacks too. Ooh, Fend snacks. Those are so rare. Soul, Tara, you want lemon? James, chocolate. Valvera, chocolate. Bard, lemon. I want Scooby snack. Okay, well we have Fend snacks, so they're like Scooby snacks, but they're tastier. They're more fresh. Dry Dock, you want chocolate? God Hunter, lemon. Thick, lemon. Team lemon, let's go. I'm doing it for the lemon. Crazy how not surprised I am by stuff like this now. What, Grab, do you not want to go for walkies? You don't have to be on the leash. You could just go for the walk, right? Stepping outside. It's nighttime right now. I actually really like nighttime walks, so this is the perfect time for us to go for a walk. It's quiet outside. It's a little chilly, so we can just wear like a nice little, like a little sweater, right? Put your walking shoes on, grab a water bottle. It'll be so much fun. But I'm normally on the other end of the leash because my dog obviously. Oh, see, you know what, Grav? Perfect. You can go for walks with us, and then you bring the pup. You bring your pup, so you hold the leash for your pup, and I hold the leash for my chat. How about that? Perfect. Still trying to figure out if I kissed or bit. Oh. You know, it might be under the sweater because I don't see it on my ears. It might be under the sweater. Your bite might be under the sweater. I like going for a walk, but I normally true. Option for some, but who said it isn't preferred? Exactly. If you want the leash, if you want to be on the leash, then I will gladly clip you to the leash, right? But if you want to just go for a walk with me, you don't have to be on the leash. You could just go for a walk, right? Walkies doesn't mean that you have to be on the leash. Can I get a piggyback ride? I swear, I wear nothing as an entity. You can go in my pocket. You can go in the pocket. Wait, it was a bite. It was a bite? Oh, did it go away? It might have already gone away then. I'm gonna be hunting the ankles. Oh no. Hi, Autumn. Autumn, we're taking chat for walkies. Do you want to go with us? You can be on the leash, or you can just go for the walkies. It was a bite. Bite means no treat. Bite could mean treat. It just depends on where you bite. I don't mind bites, right? Because there's playful bites and there's like painful bites, right? There's a difference between playful and painful, right? My cat used to like, she was a playful biter. She would bite me like on my hands and stuff like that, and my arms when we were like playing, but it never hurt. It was just like little num-nums, right? Just kind of like playful, you know. And I always thought it was cute. I go for a walk, no leash, thank you very much. Okay, yeah, we'll go for walkies, no leash for Autumn. Perfect. I mean, aren't both good? Neck bite, no. I mean, only if you want to, I suppose. Only if you want to, I suppose. But hi, Grab, how are you? Really quick, then give you a quick shout out. I haven't given you a shout out today. What have you been up to? Let's see, what have you been playing lately? You've been doing some more miniatures? What kind of miniatures? Are you doing Warhammer miniatures, or are you doing like what is it called? Like the mech builds, like the Gundam mech builds? I see people doing those too. And also, let me give one out to Overlord. There you go. Make sure you guys check them out. You're still doing, wait, not still. You were doing Elden Ring on Sunday? I think it was Sunday. Okay, hold on, give me a second. Oh. My headache just got like really bad. I could feel it throbbing behind my eye right now. And usually when I feel it throbbing behind my eye, it's it could be one of two things. It can't be food because I had food. And it can't be caffeine because I already had a whole cup of coffee, so I'm drinking another one thinking maybe it wasn't enough. But it could be a tension headache. Because sometimes when I get that pain behind my eye, and the way that I feel it like it's pulling on my shoulder, it's probably a tension headache. Oh, okay. Pog Warhammer, also thank you. Of course. Just now realizing that since I'm starting my summer break early, I can finally do a bunch of art and finish some of the wedding art. Yes! They're bad? Yes. Tension headaches are the worst. I agree. Feeling a little eepy. Good night. Lurk and see if I'm still awake until you start the book. Feel better well soon. Thank you so much, James. We're probably going to start it a little bit early because tonight is going to be a shorter night in general. So I want to make sure that I can do at least a couple chapters before the end of tonight, you know. So what we're going to do is I'm going to switch over to BRB while I get set up for the book. And then we'll go ahead and we'll do the book a little bit early, like I said. I wanted to do. If you press your thumbs gently against the base of your skull where it meets the neck and rub in small circles can help relieve the tension on the back of your neck. I'll probably do that later. I can't really do that right now. If you let us know if you got a head up. Yes, definitely I will let you guys know. But really quick, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the treats away, okay? We'll go for walkies later. So I'm going to put the treats away. We'll go for walkie, putting the leash away too, and we'll go for walkies later. It's time, it's reading time. It's reading time. If you don't feel quite well with your headache. Yeah, like I said, I want to do at the very least, I want to do about 2 hours tonight. But let me do a quick BRB, get everything set up and switched. It'll be just like a minute. But the transition is always the hardest to kind of set up. So just give me 1 second, guys. Okay, I told you it was only going to be a minute or two. So, let's go ahead. let's get nice and cozy, and let's settle in to do some 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. If you guys would like to join us, here is the book. Hi, Atto! Welcome in, welcome in. Let me just adjust myself a bit. Should we? Part of me kinda want, you know what? Nah, it's okay. It's okay. We'll just stay like this. We'll keep it simple. There's nothing wrong with simplicity. There is nothing wrong with simplicity. Hi, Tav. Welcome in. How are you? My nose is itchy. Let me just do this. The chapters like to get a bit messed up, so I will. Actually, you know what? We'll put that back where I had it, and I'll just move it over. There we go. There is the link to the book if you'd like to join us, as well as the chapter we are on. We are on second book, chapter 2. Second book, chapter 2. Cozy Let Pillow So Soft. Oh yeah. You guys can put your head on my lap if you'd like to. Though first two, I'm gonna guarantee you only 2 people. Okay, my lap, my thighs might be thick, but they are not that thick. They cannot accommodate more than 2 people. one head per thigh. And then if you guys can't use my lap, I have the chair behind me back there with the blanket. I also have my bed right there, and you guys can't see it, but behind me, there's also, like, you see that cabinet back there? I have some blankets there, so if you guys don't mind, you can get cozy on the floor as well. The floor can be cozy if you know how to do it, right? Floor. I lay on the floor because floor is comfy for me for some reason. Then you can lay on the floor. Exactly. Hi, Atto. How are you, lovely? I'm good. How are you? I'm okay. I'm okay. I have a bit of a headache, so that's why we're starting stream just a little bit on the early side tonight. And then we are going to go ahead and we're going to get into the book. Asakira, welcome in. Be outside in the rain, sadly looking in. No, you can come inside. I mean, unless you like being out in the rain, but just, you know, don't get too wet, right? Unless you're a sea creature, then I guess it's not too bad. There's a lot of unlesses. But yay, I'm ready to be cozy and tucked into bed after a nice walk. Yes, everybody, we had a nice walkie. And now, after walkies, now we can go ahead and get cozy. And I'm going to read a book. I'm going to read 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Really quick, as always, I will do a recap of what's happened so far. And so far what we have done is... sorry, not what we have done. What Captain Nemo, the adventures of Captain Nemo. We have met Ned Land, and we are following in the footsteps of Professor Enois, where the story is being told from. So the professor, Ned, and the professor's, I guess his, like, manservant, or he calls him his, like, partner or something like that. Conseil, they are taken aboard the Nautilus, and they find out that it's a submersible, so what we would know as a submarine, and it uses electricity, and they basically cut themselves off completely from the world of above the ocean. Food, clothes, everything that they could need is provided for by the ocean. Thank you for the care package. Wait, who bit me? Who just bit me? Valonia, you bit my collarbone. But really quick, guys, we're gonna do a care package. I really like this. Very interesting. Yeah, it's a good book. I'm liking it so far. But really quick, let's do a care package. Everybody sit up straight and tilt your head to the left. And tilt your head to the right. Look up. And look down. Sit up and drink some Wawa. Thank you for the care package. Alright. So while they are guests upon the Nautilus, they go on a hunting trip underwater and they come back with a bunch of different fish and crustaceans. They basically are in like a kelp forest. They attend a funeral for one of the men of the ship. He had something broke on the ship and a really heavy pipe landed on his head, and unfortunately he was not able to survive that. So now where we are is they are basically making the rounds around the world on this ship, just basically exploring what they could see. So compliant, I didn't even realize I was following along. Oh, are you? Are you following along? Hi Scooby Snacks, time to sleep. Yes, get cozy. Welcome in. Look at the rain, it seems alright. The rain it's pretty heavy, but you know. Thank you for the care package. Hi Vera. I look up and there was the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Are you talking about yourself? 28 hours left until my day off on Friday. That's gonna be so much fun. Yes. But you oh talking about me. I see. I see. Alright. Now that we are all caught up, let's go ahead, let's settle in, and let's do some reading. I'm gonna do this. Bring this up a bit. All right. I think we're all set. Chapter 2. A New Proposal from Captain Nemo. On January 28th, in latitude 9 degrees north, when the Nautilus returned at noon to the surface of the sea, it lay in sight of land some 8 miles to the west. Right off, I observed a cluster of mountains, about 2,000 feet high, whose shapes were whimsically sculptured. After our position fix, I re-entered the lounge, and when our bearings were reported on the chart, I saw that we were off the island of Ceylon, the pearl dangling from the lower lobe of the Indian peninsula. I went looking in the library for a book about this island, one of the most fertile in the world. Sure enough, I found a volume entitled Ceylon in the Sinhalese, I think they say that, by H.C. Sir Esquire. Re-entering the lounge, I first noted the bearings of Ceylon, on which antiquity lavished so many different names. It was located between 5 degrees 55 and 9 degrees 49 north, and between longitude 79 degrees and 79 degrees 42 and 82 degrees east of the meridian of Greenwich. Its length is 275 miles, its maximum width 150 miles, its circumference 900 miles, its surface area 24,448 square miles. In other words, a little smaller than that of Ireland. Dogs? Rosalina, welcome in. Have a good lurk. Are you talking about the island? The captain glanced at the chart, then, turning to me, the island of Ceylon, he said, is famous for its pearls fisheries. Would you be interested, Professor 𝙍𝙈, in visiting one of these fisheries? Certainly, Captain. Fine. It's easily done. Only when we see the fisheries, we'll see no fishermen. The annual harvest hasn't yet begun. No wonder. No matter. I'll give orders to make for the Gulf of Mannar, and we'll arrive there before late tonight. The captain said a few words to his chief officer, who went out immediately. Soon, the Nautilus re-entered its liquid element, and the pressure gauge indicated that it was staying at a depth of 30 feet. With the chart under my eyes, I looked for the Gulf of Mannar. I found it by the 9th parallel off the northwestern shores of Ceylon. It was formed by the long curve of Little Mannar Island. To reach it, we had to go all the way up to Ceylon's west coast. Professor? Aeon! Hi, Aeon. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Hi. How was stream? Welcome on in, raiders. Welcome to Favorite Cafe. I'm Mukia. I'm a siren with a necrotic affliction, and I run a cafe. If you guys would like a drink, we could do tea, boba, coffee, hot cocoa, however the cake is extra. How was ASMR? I saw you doing finger hearts earlier. What was the finger hearts for? Though, I guess you don't really need a reason. But welcome in. Hopefully you guys had a good night. Aeon, I know you had a long stream, so if you need to raid and run, I understand. But if you'd like to hang out, you're more than welcome to. Just make sure to do after stream care. Eat food, drink while we take a shower because you're stinky ASMRist. But we are reading 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Didn't we join the raid, but I seem to have guessed correctly. Hi, username. Definitely staying. Ah, oh, yes. Just make sure you do after stream care, okay? Eat food, drink wawa. ASMR takes a lot of effort, so make sure you drink some wawa, okay? Of course. Alright, if you guys would like to join us, the book is pinned to the top of chat, but there's the link as well. And we are on chapter 2 of book 2, because it's broken down into 2 books, okay? Want to read the book with us? Yes. But there's the book. Alright, let me continue. Have it, get nice and cozy. Professor, Captain Nemo then told me, there are pearl fisheries in the Bay of Bengal, the seas of the East Indies, the seas of China and Japan, thus those seas south of the United States, the Gulf of Panama, and the Gulf of California. But it's off Ceylon that such fisheries reap its richest rewards. No doubt we'll be arriving a little early. Fishermen gather in the Gulf of Mannar only during the month of March. And for 30 days, some 300 boats concentrate on the lucrative harvest of these treasures from the sea. Each boat is manned by 10 oarsmen and 10 fishermen, the latter divided into 2 groups, dive in rotation and descend to a depth of 12 meters with the help of a heavy stone clutched between their feet and attached by a rope to their boat. You mean, I said, that such primitive methods are still all that they use? All, the captain answered me, although these fisheries belong to the most industrialized people in the world, the English, whom the Treaty of Amiens granted them in 1802. Mesa! Hi, Mesa! hiding all our hopes. Send you back to your own channel. Thank you, Mesa. Welcome on in, Raiders. Welcome to Fever Cafe. I'm Mukia. I'm a siren with a necrotic affliction, and I run a cafe. If you guys would like a drink, we can do tea, boba, coffee, hot cocoa, however the cake is extra. Welcome in, welcome in. How was stream, Mesa? How did it go? If you need to raid and run, I understand, but if you'd like to lurk and hang out, you're more than welcome to. Plumite, welcome in. How are you? How's your night? You caught the depressed Gumi? Oh my gosh, how cute. You have to show me. Thank you for the flowers, Mesa. Thank you so much. Hi. Welcome in, welcome in. How did it go? How did the rest of your night go? Were you doing any more building? Hi, Plumette. Welcome in, welcome in. Let me see. Welcome, Error. Hi, Dusty. Welcome in. How are you? I'm lurking around. Oh, okay, enjoy your lurk. Yes, we are reading tonight, so it's a perfect time to lurk. But just a reminder, because of the updates to Twitch, if you guys can do me a favor, if you guys can do me an absolute favor, when there is a what's it called? Words. When you guys are lurking, at least every 30 minutes, if you guys could do like the drink command or the marry command or something, so that you guys count, because I know Mesa was actually talking about this, and it made me think about the fact that I should probably do that every so often too, to remind you guys. We have a couple redeems that you guys can play with. We also have, the coffee command, we have drink command, we have marry. We don't have too many things that people can kind of play with, but it definitely helps to make sure that you still count as an active viewer. Every little bit helps. Command or mute, yes, or an emote. A command, an emote, a redeem from channel points. I didn't count more than half of my viewers. Yeah, I noticed that for like 10 minutes, Mesa, when I was sitting there hanging out with you, I did notice that it I'm not going to say, obviously, specifically numbers, but I did see that it kind of, like, was not counting everyone that was there. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's been pretty bad. Twitch doing updates now. Twitch has been doing it for a little while. It's not super new. It is something that they have been playing with. So unless you do a redeem, an emote, or like either you do something, say something in chat, or you do a redeem, it doesn't count you as an active viewer, even if you are like with the page open specifically and with the volume up. You have to like react to the channel in some way, shape, or form to be counted as like live, if that makes sense. So when I read out from that little notification, which is fair. I mean, I have the things set up so that I see active viewers versus active lurkers, so I can see the difference, you know what I mean? But do so much when I pass out my desk. I mean, obviously, if you fall asleep, you fall asleep. You can't help it. Lurk. I'm not lurk. Lick Kaiser. If I don't speak for 30 minutes, I become a robot. New fear unlocked. Yeah. Basically, Twitch doing updates. But thank you guys for the raids, Aeon and Mesa. If you guys need to lurk, completely fair. Sister! Completely understandable. You guys need to lurk and hang out. But if you want to, you know, do your after stream care, eat food, drink wawa. I know you had food. I know you had food, Mesa. How was food, by the way? Hopefully food was good. Active lurker thing is broken, by the way. It's not lurkers, it's active chat versus active viewer. Yes. That's what I just say lurker because it makes more sense versus viewer versus chatter, right? It just makes more sense than being like this tiny minute detail. I had salad, chimkin, corn noodle. Oh, yum. I had chimkin, potato, and mac and cheese. I was like a cheesy noodle. And mac and cheese. It was good. Spencer'a, welcome in, lovely. How are you? But how are you, sister? Hi, Annie. If you guys haven't given them a follow, make sure to go check out Aeon, as well as Mesa, as well as Sisters. Sister is a Hyrule Dragon. That's my Titter. I love her. She's so cutie. She's the bestest. The bestest and the bestest. She plays all kinds of different gacha games. I've seen her playing Genshin. I've seen her playing Wuwa. She's big on Genshin right now, I think. But hi, Spensora. We are reading 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. But if you guys want to get cozy and comfortable, get a blankie, get your jacket on, whatever you need to do. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get back into the book. Because I did say I'm probably only going to do a couple of hours tonight. Aiden. Oni, oh my god. And 𝘼𝙎𝙈, welcome in. Hi. I don't know why I called you Aiden. I think it's because your name was purple for me. But hi, welcome in. Oh, you know what? Because the person who followed was Aiden. So I immediately said Aiden. Welcome in, Oni. Hi. Hiding all our hopes. Stay with me forever. Thank you so much for the raid, Crafty Oni and 𝘼𝙎𝙈. Thank you so much for the follows. Thank you so much for the raid. And Aiden, thank you for the follow. There we go. I did it correctly that time. Welcome in. How was Deadlock? How did it go? Good to see you. Good to see you too. Hope you guys had fun. So many people have been playing Deadlock. How is it? Do you guys like it? Do you guys have fun? Mwah. Thank you for the forehead kiss. Oni said you're super cute. You're super cute. How dare you? There's my son. Hi, Aiden. It's very fun. I'm still learning. It looked like a lot to learn. I've been watching Inky play it, but I'm bad at it. I highly doubt that, Mesa. Your specialized skill. Super fun and also a lot of fun. I'm glad you guys had fun with it. But do you prefer 𝘼𝙬 and Oni? If you guys need to raid and run, I understand. But if you want to lurk and hang out, you're more than welcome to. Just make sure to do your after stream care. We have ads coming up in about a minute. But if you guys need to lurk and hang out, you're more than welcome to. We are doing reading time. I am reading 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So if you guys would like to join us, the book is pinned to the top of chat. But take this time to stand up and stretch, get some water, get some food. 𝘼𝙎𝙈 is good. Okay. I'll be grabbing more water and quick bite. Yes, go get your food. We have ads coming up, so it's a perfect time for you guys to go get in nice and cozy if you want to. If you're bad, the characters are so cool. The characters are, I really like the one, but I hear they're very difficult to play. The doorman, I think that was her name. 𝘼𝙎𝙈 is good. Aiden, who'd you marry? You got Nova. Oh, we do have a wedding gacha, sister. Before I forget, sister, we have a wedding gacha. More gacha games. Who do you marry? It's somebody in chat. It picks a random person from my community. Wedding gacha? Do exclamation point marry, and it will say that you marry some random person of my community. One of the people who follow me. And it could be anybody. Okay, bet. It sounds so fun. It's really fun. Cryptic, thank you so much for the follow. And 𝘼𝙬𝙈, thanks so much for the follow. Oh, let's see. Who'd you guys pull? Dorman. Yes, he's fun. Difficult for me to figure out. Hi, Reapers for Bride. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. He's fun. I like Victor. He's a reanimated themed character. Oh, really? Okay, that sounds like so much fun. 𝘼𝙬𝙈. Okay, you got Ruinesque. Ooh. And then Aiden, you got Oliver 𝘼𝙈𝙈. You got Oliver 𝘼𝙈𝙈. I just call him Oliver. Nice. I'm Hyperfix on the Celeste. Yes, I've seen the unicorn lady. She is so pretty. It looks like ads are playing right now, but just a reminder to anyone that is new and coming in, I also do ASMR on YouTube. I do standalone videos. I also do shorts. So if you guys would like to see any of those things, as well as streams. So if it's easier for you to watch on YouTube, there is the link right there. Hi, come in. Welcome in. Yes, water. Hydrate. Everybody hydrate. Speaking of, I'm going to take this time since the ads are running. I'm going to go take a quick break. I'm going to refresh my water and I will be right back in about 2 minutes. So we'll be right back, everybody. Okay, and we're back. Welcome back, everybody. Let us switch back on over. Welcome back to everybody on YouTube as well. We are multi-streaming, so if you guys would like to, like I said, there is my ASMR link. And I can still chat to you over there if you would like to. But, hi Sage, have a good lurk. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get back into the story. Hi Sage! Oh, I fucking love seeing those emotes. They're so cute, huh? Hi Sage! Hi, hi, hi! I refreshed my my coffee as well. So we are all prepared for some story time. Hold on, my headache just acted up again. Let me just close my eyes for a minute. And then we'll finish at least this chapter and see how I feel. Okay. I love story time. Me too. Story time is always the best. It's very relaxing to me. Okay. You mean, I said, that such primitive methods are still used? Wait, hold on. You mean, I said, that such primitive methods are still all that they use? All, Captain Nemo answered me. Although these fisheries belong to the most industrialized people in the world, the English, to whom the Treaty of Amiens granted them in 1802, yet it strikes me that diving suits like yours could perform yeoman service in such work. Yes, since those poor fishermen can't stay long underwater. On his voyage to Ceylon, the Englishman Percival made much of a carafe who stayed under 5 minutes without coming up to the surface, but I find that hard to believe. I know that there are some divers that can last up to 57 seconds, and highly skillful ones to 87, but such men are rare, and when the poor fellows climbed back on board, the water coming out of their noses and ears is tinted with blood. I believe the average time underwater that these fishermen can tolerate is 30 seconds, during which they hastily stuff their little nets with all the pearl oysters they can tear loose. But these fishermen generally don't live to advanced age. Their vision weakens, ulcers break on their eyes, sores form on their bodies, and some are even stricken with apoplexy on the ocean floor. Apoplexy on the ocean's floor. Yes, I said, it's a sad occupation, and one that exists only to gratify the whims of fashion. But tell me, Captain, how many oysters can a boat fish up in a workday? About 40,000 to 50,000. It is even said that in 1814, when the English government went fishing on its own behalf, its divers worked just 20 days and brought up 67 million oysters. At least, I asked, the fishermen were paid, aren't they? Hardly, Professor. In Panama, they make just $1 per week. In most places, they earn only a penny for each oyster that has a pearl, and they bring up so many that have none. Only 1 penny to those poor people who make their employers rich. That's atrocious. On that note, Professor, Captain Nemo told me, you and your companions must visit the Manor Oyster Bank, and if by chance some eager fisherman arrives early, well, we can just watch him at work. That suits me, Captain. By the way, Professor Anwar, aren't you afraid of sharks? Sharks? I exclaimed. This struck me as a pretty needless question, to say the least. Well, Captain Nemo went on, I admit, Captain, I'm not yet on familiar terms with that genus of fish. We're used to them, the rest of us, Captain Nemo answered, and in time you will be too. Anyhow, we'll be armed and on our way. We might hunt a man-eater or two. It's a fascinating sport. So, Professor, I'll see you tomorrow, bright and early. This said in a carefree tone, Captain Nemo left the lounge. If you're invited to hunt bears in the Swiss mountains, you might say, oh good, I get to go bear hunting tomorrow. If you're invited to hunt lions in the Atlas Plains or tigers in the jungles of India, you might say, now's my chance to hunt lions and tigers. But if you're invited to hunt sharks in their native element, you might want to think it over before accepting. As for me, I passed a hand over my brow where beads of cold sweat were busy forming. Let's think this over, I said to myself, and let's take our time. Hunting otters in underwater forests, as we did in the forest of Crespo Island, is an acceptable activity. But to roam the bottom of the sea when you're almost certain to meet man-eaters in the neighborhood, that's another story. I know that in certain countries, particularly in the 𝙇𝙤𝙈 Islands, people don't hesitate to attack sharks, dagger in one hand and noose in the other, but I also know that many who face the fearsome animals don't come back. Besides, I'm not this type of person, and even if I were, in this instance, I don't think a little hesitation on my part would be so out of place. I will preface that last little sentence that I just said, guys. They don't use kind words. This is a book of its time, but I changed it. So if you are following along and you notice I changed some of the words, don't blame me. Okay, I did change the words. Anyways, and there I was, fantasizing about sharks, envisioning huge jaws armed with multiple rows of teeth and capable of cutting a man in half. I could already feel a definite pain around my pelvic girdle, his stomach, and how I resented the offhanded manner in which the captain had extended this deplorable invitation. You would have thought it was an issue of going into the woods for some harmless fox hunt. Thank heavens, I said to myself, Conseil will never want to come along, and that'll be my excuse for not going with the captain. As for Ned Land, I admit I felt less confident of his wisdom. Danger, however great, held a perennial attraction for his aggressive nature. I went back to reading Sir's book, but I leafed through it mechanically. Between the lines I kept seeing fearsome, wide-open jaws. Just then, Conseil and the Canadian entered with a calm, gleeful air. Little did they know what was waiting for them. "Ye gods, sir," Ned Land told me, "your Captain Nemo, the devil take him, has just made us a very pleasant proposition." "Ah," I said, "you know about, with all due respect to Master," Conseil replied. "The Nautilus's commander has invited us, together with Master, for a visit tomorrow to sail on magnificent pearl fisheries. He did so in the most cordial terms and conducted himself like a true gentleman. He didn't tell you anything else?" "Nothing, sir," the Canadian replied. "He said you'd already discussed this little straw." "Indeed," I said, "but didn't he give you any details on—" "Not to one, Mr. Naturalist. You will be going with us, right?" "Me? Oh, yes, certainly, of course. I can see that you'd like the idea, Mr. Land. Yes, it will be a really unusual experience, and possibly dangerous," I added in an insinuating tone. "Dangerous?" Ned Land replied. "A simple trip to the oyster bank." Assuredly, Captain Nemo hadn't seen fit to plant the idea of sharks in the minds of my companions. For my part, I stared at them with anxious eyes, as if they were already missing a limb or two. Should I alert them? Yes, assuredly, but I hardly knew how to go about it. "Would Master," Conseil said to me, "give us some background on pearl fishing?" "On the fishing itself?" I asked. "Or the occupational hazards that—" "On the fishing," the Canadian replied. "Before we tackle the terrain, it helps to be familiar with it." "All right. Sit down, my friends, and I'll teach you everything I myself have just been taught by the Englishman H.C. Sir." Ned and Conseil took seats on a couch, and right off the Canadian said to me, "Sir, just what is a pearl exactly?" "My gallant Ned," I replied, "for poets a pearl is a tear from the ocean. For Orientals it's a drop of solidified dew. For the ladies it's a jewel they can wear on their fingers, necks and ears that's oblong in shape, glassy in luster, and formed from the mother of pearl. For chemists it's a mixture of calcium phosphate and calcium carbonate with a little gelatin protein, and finally for naturalists it's a simple festering secretion from the organ that produces mother of pearl in certain bivalves. Branch mollusca, Conseil added. Class Asphalia, order Testacea. "Correct, my scholarly Conseil. Now then, those Testacea capable of producing pearls include rainbow abalone, turbo snails, giant clams, and saltwater scallops. Briefly, all those that secrete mother of pearl. In other words, that blue, azure, violet, or white substance lining the insides of the valves. Are mussels included too? The Canadian asked. Yes, the mussels of certain streams in Scotland, Wales, Ireland, Saxony, Bohemia, and France. Good, the Canadian replied. From now on, we'll pay closer attention to them. But, I went on, for secreting pearls, the ideal mollusk is the pearl oyster Malegdrina magnificarifera. That valuable shellfish. Pearls result simply from mother of pearl solidifying into a globular shape. Either they stick to the oyster's shell or they become embedded in the creature's folds. On the valves of pearl sticks fast, or the flesh it lies loose, but its nucleus is always some small hard object, say a sterile egg or a grain of salt, around which the mother of pearl is deposited in thin, concentric layers over several years of succession. Can one find several pearls in the same oyster? Conseil asked. Yes, my boy, there are some shellfish that turn into real jewel coffers. They even mention one oyster, about which I remain dubious, that supposedly contained at least 150 sharks. 150 sharks? Ned Land yelped. Did I say sharks? I exclaimed hastily. I meant 150 pearls. Sharks wouldn't make much sense. Indeed, Conseil said, but will Master not tell us how one goes about extracting the pearls? Really quick, have you guys ever seen how they do it? Hi, Cody. Why is it bandaged? My hands are always bandaged. What do you mean? A bunch of nerds nasally discussing about pearls during recess. Nerds are cute though. Have a good look, Testy. Hi, Majai. Welcome in. 20,000 links. I am. Almost looks like a little spoon. So I've seen two different ways, and one of the ways is they take the oyster, right, the really big huge oysters, and they basically kill them, right, by pulling them apart to take the pearl out, and then they end up eating the oyster, so it's not like it goes to waste. But the way that I've always found, well, in most cases, they end up eating the oyster, right? If it's reasonable, sometimes they just throw it back into the ocean for other ocean creatures to eat. But my favorite way that I've seen people do it is they put this little wedge between the oyster's shells, and then they have this little, like you said, like a spoon, like a little spoon, and they reach in and they gently remove the pearl, and then they close the oyster back up, and then they put the oyster back into the ocean, because now that oyster can continue to create more pearls and live a longer life, because it did say it takes years to create a pearl, right? Just one. And if you want a nice big one, or if you want a certain color, right, then they open them up and they put them back in. And I think that's kinder in a way. Orange pearls basically oyster boogers. They're technically not boogers, they're more like, I think the way it's been described to me as like oyster tumors. Right, because they have to be, hi Toph, welcome in. They have to be a type of, they're kind of like a splinter. Yes, like a splinter, right? What's the word? Yeah, like a tumor or a splinter is the best way to describe it. Didn't notice before? No, you're good. Nerd as well. Sorry, pro man servant in Ned Land. If one thinks about it, exactly. Pardon I'm so late, work ran deep into the evening. Are you good? If you're trying to relax, Toph, we are reading a book, so if you just want to lay back and relax, I'll be reading. And we're just talking about the extraction of pearls. It's very interesting to me. Yeah, I wanted to kind of tell you guys about that because I was reading, I read a little bit ahead, the next little paragraph, and they describe how they used to do it. The body of the oyster is creating a protective surface around an unknown, irritating foreign body. Yes. That's why they said, like, it's usually like a grain of sand or something else that's within the oyster, and then it creates this thing on the inside. Irritants are foreign particles getting coated into a substance that eventually becomes pearls. Yeah. Kind of rough analog to that. Mucus that traps foreign particles gets stuck in the nasal cavities. Yeah, I could see it that way too. But let me read to you what they used to do. Okay, this is how the professor answers this question. Conseil said, but will Master now tell us how one goes about extracting these pearls? One proceeds in several ways, and often when the pearl sticks to the valves, fishermen even pull them loose with pliers, but usually the shellfish are spread out on mats made from the esparto grass that covers the beaches. Thus, they die in the open air, and by the end of the 10 days they've rotted sufficiently. Next day, they're immersed in huge tanks of salt water. Then they're opened up and washed. At this point, the sorters begin the twofold task. First, they remove the layers of mother of pearl, which are known in the industry by the names of legitimate silver, bastard white, or bastard black, and these are shipped out in cases weighing 225 to 150 kilograms. Then they remove the oyster's meaty tissue, boil it, and finally strain it in order to extract even the smallest pearls. Do the prices of these pearls differ depending on the size? Conseil asked. Not only their size, I replied, but also according to their shape, the water, in other words, their color, and the orient, in other words, that dapped, shimmering glow that makes them so delightful to the eye. The finest pearls are called virgin pearls, or paragons. They form and isolated within the mollusk's tissue. They're white and often opaque, but sometimes of opulent transparency and usually spherical or pearl-shaped. The spherical ones are made into bracelets, the pear-shaped ones into earrings, and since they're the most valuable, they're priced individually. The other pearls that stick to the oyster shell are more erratically shaped and are priced by weight. Finally, classified in the lowest order, the smallest pearls are known by the name seed pearls. They're priced by the measuring cup and are used mainly in the creation of embroidery for church vestments. But it must be a long, hard job sorting out all these pearls by size, the Canadian asked. No, my friend. That task is performed with 11 strainers, or sieves, that are pierced with different numbers of holes. Those pearls staying in the strainers with 20 to 80 holes in the first order, and those not slipping through the sieves, pierced with 100 to 800 holes of the second order. Finally, those pearls for which one uses strainers pierced 900 to 1,000 holes make up the seed pearls. How ingenious, Conseil said. To reduce diving and classifying pearls into a mechanical operation, and could Master tell us the profits brought in by harvesting these banks of pearl oysters? According to So's book, I replied, these Ceylon fisheries are farmed annually for the profit of 3 million man-eaters. Francs, Conseil rebuked. Yes, 3 million francs, I went on, but I don't think these fisheries bring in the returns they once did. Similarly, the Central American fisheries used to make an annual profit of 4 million francs during the reign of King Charles V, but now they bring in only 2/3 of that amount. All in all, it's estimated that 9 million francs is the current yearly return for the whole pearl harvesting industry. But, Conseil asked, haven't certain famous pearls been quoted at extremely high prices? Yes, my boy. They say Julius Caesar gave Sevilla a pearl worth 120,000 francs. In our currency. I've even heard stories, the Canadian said, about some lady in ancient times who drank pearls in vinegar. Cleopatra, Conseil shot back. Must have tasted pretty bad. Ned Land replied. Abominable, Ned, my friend, Conseil replied, but when a little glass of vinegar is worth 1.5 million francs, its taste is a small price to pay. I'm sorry I didn't marry the gal. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't marry the gal, the Canadian said, throwing up his hands with an air of discouragement. Ned Land married to Cleopatra, Conseil exclaimed. But I was all set to tie the knot, Conseil, the Canadian replied in all seriousness. And it wasn't my fault the whole business fell through. I even bought a pearl necklace for my fiancée, Kate Tinder, but she married somebody else instead. Well, that necklace cost me only $1.50, but you can absolutely trust me on this, Professor. Its pearls were so big they wouldn't have gone through that strainer with 20 holes. My gallant Ned, I replied, laughing. Those were artificial pearls, ordinary glass beads, whose inside were coated with essence of Orient. Wow, the Canadian replied. That essence of Orient must sell for quite a large sum. As little as zero. It comes from the scales of a European carp. It's nothing more than a silver substance that collects in the water and is preserved in ammonia. It's worthless. Maybe that's why Kate Tinder married somebody else, replied Mr. Land, philosophically. But, I said, getting back to pearls of great value, I don't think any sovereign ever possessed one superior to the pearl owned by Captain Nemo. This one, Conseil said, pointing to a magnificent jewel in a glass case. Exactly, and I'm certain not far off from where I estimate its value at 2 million francs, Conseil said quickly. Yes, I said 2 million francs. And no doubt, all it costs our captain was the effort to pick it up. Huh, Ned Land exclaimed. During our stroll tomorrow, who says we won't run into one just like it? Ugh, Conseil put in. And why not? What good would a pearl with millions do us here on the Nautilus? Here? No, Ned Land said, but elsewhere. Oh, elsewhere, Conseil put in, shaking his head. In fact, I said, Mr. Land is right. And if we ever brought back to Europe or America a pearl worth 2 million, it would make the history of our adventures more authentic and much more rewarding. That's how I see it, the Canadian said. But, said Conseil, who perpetually returned to the didactic side of things, this pearl fishing ever dangerous? No, I replied quickly, especially if one takes certain precautions. What risks would you run into with a job like that? Ned Land said, swallowing a few gulps of salt water. Whatever you say, Ned. Then, trying to imitate Captain Nemo's carefree tone, I asked, By the way, gallant Ned, are you afraid of sharks? Me, the Canadian said. I'm a professional harpooner. It's my job to make a mockery of them. It isn't an issue, I said, of fishing for them with the swivel hook, hoisting them into the deck of a ship, chopping off the tail with the sweep of the axe, opening the belly, ripping the heart, and tossing it into sea. So it's an issue of, yes, precisely. In the water. In the water. Gods, just give me a good harpoon. You see, sir, these sharks are badly designed. They have to roll their bellies over to snap you up. And in the meantime, Ned Land had a way of producing the word snap that sent chills down my spine. Well, how about you, Conseil? What are your feelings about these man-eaters? Me, Conseil said. I'm afraid I must be frank with Master. Good for you, I thought. If Master faces these sharks, Conseil said, I think his loyal manservant should face them with him. Of course he would say that. I was like, oh, he's gonna stand up and be like, you're on your own, bitch. No. Nope. No, he didn't. He unfortunately did not. Karnak! I'll be lurking. Have a good lurk off. Enjoy your night. The manservant, ever the loyal puppy boy. He is. He really is. Poor Ned. I like how on theme this book is for you. Right? Yes, I was so glad that you guys were... Or actually, this was my pick. I'm so glad that we were able to do this book. It was something that I've been wanting to do for a while, so I'm glad I was able to do it. Freaky memory about pearls I just remembered. One of my older sisters had an incident with the pearl when she was a kid. What happened? What do you mean she had an incident? Thank you for the head pat. Thank you, thank you. How are you, Karnak? This man is crazy. He is. Voice is hypnotizing. Good. Are you getting cozy, ex-hubby? Wait, I just realized. If Autumn is here, I have both ex-hubbies here. That's crazy. I have both ex-hubbies here. Both Aeon and Autumn. Oh my god. So cozy, so comfy. Good. Good, 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 good. I used to have this pair of really cute pearl earrings when I was a kid. I was out shopping with my mom and my grandma, and my mom found these really cute pair of earrings at a thrift store, not a thrift store, sorry, antique store. It was at an antique store, and they did have a little drop, kind of like the on my earring right now, that same like drop shape. They were much smaller, like half that size. And instead of the little bead, little metal bead that you guys see, there was a little, like, it was crystal. It was not a diamond, but it was crystal, and it was very pretty, but the pearl was real. And they were stud earrings. And my grandma, I believe, was buried in hers, and my aunt wanted to borrow my pair of earrings for the funeral, for herself to wear, and then she lost them. So I don't have those earrings anymore, but it was the only time I could remember ever owning pearl earrings. But is it bad that I still think about them? I was like 12, like 10, like between 10 and 12. That's how young I was when I had these earrings, and I still think about them. I'm still like upset. Loyalty is one thing, stupidity is a whole different matter. Exactly, right? Exactly. And I kind of feel like Conseil is loyal. I don't think he's stupid. Hopefully they don't write him that way. Alright, we are now on chapter 3, a pearl worth 10 million. Alright, let me actually move this back under here, and we'll do one more chapter. My headache is going away, so I might be able to do more than this last chapter, so we'll see. But like I said, it's been fluctuating, so it gets like bad, and then it gets like manageable, and then it gets bad, then it gets manageable. So we'll see how it goes by the end of this chapter. Book 2, Chapter 3, A Pearl Worth 10 Million. Night fell. I was in bed. I slept pretty poorly. Man-eaters played a major role in my dreams, and I found it more or less appropriate that the French word for shark, requiem, had its linguistic roots in the word requiem. The next day at 4 o'clock in the morning, I was awakened by the steward whom Captain Nemo had placed expressly at my service. I got up quickly, dressed, and went into the lounge. Captain Nemo was waiting for me. "Professor Enoir," he said to me, "are you ready to start?" "I'm ready." "Kindly follow me." "What about my companions, Captain?" "They've already been alerted and are waiting for us." "Aren't we going to put on our diving suits?" I asked. "Not yet. I haven't let the Nautilus pull too near the coast, and we're fairly well, out from Mana Oyster Bank. But I have this skiff ready, and it will take us the exact spot where we'll disembark, which will save us a pretty long trek. It's carrying our dividing equipment, and will suit up just before we begin our underwater exploring. Captain Nemo took me to the central companionway, whose steps led to the platform. Ned and Conseil were there, enraptured with the pleasure trip getting underway. Oars in position, 5 of the Nautilus's sailors were waiting for us aboard the skiff, which was moored alongside. The night was still dark. Layers of clouds cloaked the sky and left only a few stars in view. My eyes flew to the side where land lay, but I saw only a blurred line covering 3/4 of the horizon from southwest to northwest. Going up Ceylon's west coast during the night, the Nautilus lay west of the bay, or rather, that gulf formed by the mainland and Manar Island. Under these dark waters were stretched the bank of shellfish, an inexhaustible field of pearls more than 20 miles long. Speaking of, my headache is getting worse again. 20 more minutes. I can finish this chapter. Captain Nemo, Conseil, Ned Land, and I found seats in the stern of the skiff. The longboat's coxswain took the tiller. His 4 companions leaned into their oars. The moorings were cast off, and we pulled clear. The skiff headed southward. The oarsmen took their time. I watched their strokes vigorously catch the water, and they always waited 10 seconds before rowing again. Thank you for the hug. Captain, have a good lurk. I'm going to read that sentence one more time. The skiff headed southward. The oarsmen took their time. I watched their strokes vigorously catch the water, and they always waited 10 seconds before rowing again, following the practice used in most natives. While the longboat coasted, drops of liquid flicked from the oars and hit the dark troughs of the waves, pitter-pattering like splashes of molten lead. Coming from well out, a mild swell made the skiff roll gently, and a few cresting billows lapped at its bow. We were silent. What was Captain Nemo thinking? Perhaps that this approaching shore was too close for comfort, contrary to the Canadians' views in which it still seemed too far away. As for Conseil, it had come along out of simple curiosity. Near 5:30, the first glimmers of light in the horizon defied the upper lines of the coast with greater distinctness. Fairly flat to the east, it swelled a little towards the south. 5 miles still separated it from us, and its breach merged with the misty waters. Between us and the shore, the sea was deserted. Not a boat, not a diver. Profound solitude reigned over this gathering place of pearl fishermen. As Captain Nemo had commented, we were arriving in these waters a month too soon. At 6 o'clock the day before suddenly. At 6 o'clock, the day broke suddenly, with that speed unique to tropical regions, which experienced no real dawn or dusk. The sun's rays pierced the cloud curtain gathering on the eastern horizon, and the radiant orb rose swiftly. I could clearly see the shore, which featured a few sparse trees here and there. The skiff advanced towards Manar Island, which curved to the south. Captain Nemo stood up from his thwart and studied the sea. At his signal, the anchor was lowered, but his chain barely ran because the bottom lay no more than a meter down. And this locality was one of the shallowest spots near the banks of shellfish. Instantly, the skiff wheeled around under the ebb's tide outbound thrust. "Here we are, Professor Enoir," Captain Nemo said. You observe this confined bay. A month from now, in this very place, the numerous fishing boats of the harvesters will gather, and these are the waters the divers will ransack so daringly. This bay is felicitously laid out for their type of fishing. It's sheltered from the strongest winds, and the sea is never very turbulent here. Highly favourable conditions for diving work. Now let's put our underwater suits and we'll begin our stroll. I didn't reply, and while staring at these suspicious waves, I began to put on my heavy aquatic clothes, helped by the longboat's sailors. Captain Nemo and my 2 companions suited up as well. None of the Nautilus's men were to go with us on this new excursion. Soon, we were imprisoned up to the neck in India rubber clothing, and straps fastened the air devices onto our backs. As for the 𝙬𝙬 device, it didn't seem to be in the picture, more inserting my head into its copper capsule. Before inserting my head into its copper capsule. I commented on this to the captain. Our lighting equipment would be useless to us, the captain answered me. We won't be going very deep, and the sun rays will be sufficient to light our way. Besides, it's unwise to carry electric lanterns under these waves. Their brightness might unexpectedly attract certain dangerous occupants of these waterways. As Captain Nemo pronounced these words, I turned to Conseil and Ned Land, but my 2 friends had already encased their craniums in their metal headgear, and they could no longer hear or reply. I had one question left to address to the captain. What about our weapons? I asked him. Our rifles. Rifles? What for? Don't your mountaineers attack bears dagger in hand? And isn't steel surer than lead? Here's a steady blade. Slip it under your belt, and let's be off. I stared at my companions. They were armed in the same fashion, and Ned Land was also brandishing an enormous harpoon that he stowed in the skiff before leaving the Nautilus. Then, following the captain's example, I let myself be crowned with my heavy copper sphere, and our air tanks immediately went into action. An instant later, the longboat sailors helped us overboard, one after the other, and we set foot on level sand in 1.5 meters of water. Captain Nemo gave us a hand signal. We followed him down the gentle slope and disappeared under the waves. There were absence of fears and my brain left me. I became surprisingly calm again. The ease with which I could move increased my confidence, and the many strange sights captivated my imagination. The sun was already sending sufficient light under these waves. The tiniest objects remained visible. After 10 minutes of walking, we were in 5 meters of water, and the terrain had become almost flat. Like a covey of snipe over a marsh, there rose underfoot stools of unusual fish from the genus Monopteris, whose members have no fin but their tail. I recognized the Javanese eel, a genuine 8 decimeter serpent with a bluish-gray belly, which, without the gold lines over the flanks, could easily be confused with the conger eel from the butterfly genus, whose oval bodies are very flat. I observed several adorned in brilliant colors and sporting a dorsal fin like a sickle, edible fish that, when dried and marinated, make an excellent dish known by the name 𝙬𝙈𝙍. Then some sea poachers, fish belonging to the genus, Aspidophoralides, whose bodies are covered with scaly armor, divided into 8 lengthwise sections. Meanwhile, as the sun shot progressively higher, it lit up the water mass more and more. The seafloor changed little by little. Its fine-grained sand was followed by a genuine caseway of smooth crags covered by a carpet of mollusks and zoophytes. Among other specimens in these 2 branches, I noted some windowpane oysters with thin valves of unequal size, a type of ostracod unique in the Red Sea and the Indian Ocean, then orange-hued lucina with circular shells, awl-shaped auger shells, some of whose Persian murex snails that supply the Nautilus with such wonderful dives, spiky periwinkles, 15 centimeters long that rose under the waves like hands ready to grab at you, turban snails with shells made of horn and bristling all over with spines, lamp shells, edible duck clams that feed the Hindu marketplace, subtly luminous jellyfish, and the species Pelagia panpyra, and finally some wonderful Oculina flabilliforma, magnificent sea fans that fashion one of the most luxuriant tree forms in this ocean. Water break, hold on. Hi Bear. Hi Kaiser, thank you for the hug. Hi Reading Lady. Are in the water or a fish market? Both. We're in the underwater fish market. What better place to be? I choked a little bit on my water. Ugh. Hold on. Okay. Okay, that was an interesting sound. Duped my... Did I just get duped with my own joke? Yes, you did. That was an interesting sound? What did you hear? Was it like the sound of a car driving by? Because I haven't really heard anything besides a couple cars. I heard tummy sounds. I don't think my tummy made a sound. I didn't feel anything. The water and throat tummy sounds. Maybe. You know what? I'll just say it was me. I have no idea what you're talking about. Misa, black tea, perfect for you. Okay. My head still kind of hurts. This is a long chapter. This is a long chapter. Okay, we got this. Unfortunately, decaf. I mean, that's fine. In the midst of this moving vegetation, under arbors of water plants, there raced legions of clumsy articulates, in particular some fanged frog crabs whose carapaces form a slightly rounded triangle, robber crabs exclusive to these waterways, and horrible parthenope crabs whose appearance was repulsive to the eye. One animal no less hideous, which I encountered several times, was the enormous crab that Mr. Darwin observed, to which nature has given the instinct and requisite strength to eat coconuts. It scrambles up trees on the beach and sends the coconuts tumbling. They fracture on their fall and are opened by its powerful pincers. What? Here, under these clear waves, this crab raced around with matchless agility, while green turtles from the species frequented the Malabar coast, moving sluggishly along the crumbling rocks. Coconut crab? I need to see what this looks like. I think I've seen... Oh, yeah. These things are huge. I've seen these. They are scary looking. I do not like these things. Coconut crabs are terrifying. They are. I do not like them. Oof. People apparently eat these things though, right? I mean, it's still a crab. If you guys really, you know what? I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. And they like match the tree trunks of crabs. Or sorry, the crabs match tree trunks. Like the color of them. Weird looking. Oh hell not, right? I googled it too. Mistakes were made. The coconut crab might have consumed Amelia Earhart when she vanished during their flight around the worlds. What? You married Nova Toothache? That's like the 4th time that they've got married to this week. Or sorry, today. You googled it? Oh no, Bone Walker. I do wonder how these coconut crabs taste like though. They're different from regular crabs. Moony Moon, welcome in. Hello. Hi. Did I disappear? I've been here. I haven't gone anywhere. I've been here the whole time. Okay. Coconut crab scary. Dandy! Hi, Dandy. Welcome in. How are you? You got gaming. You got reborn. They gotta be better than stone crab. Oh, probably. Let me give you a quick shout out, Dandy. How are you, lovely? Eepy. Yeah, get nice and cozy. Perfect time to get cozy. Sam Reich. I've been there the whole time. It's true. It's true. Have a good lurk, Mooney. Enjoy your lurk. Andreas. And Andre? You call him Andre? Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna drink some more water and then we'll continue this chapter. Okay. A carrion lifestyle. Ah, that makes sense. I mean, you can't live alone on one thing. You have to eat multiple things. Near 7 o'clock, we finally surveyed the bank of shellfish, where pearl oysters were produced by the millions. These valuable mollusks stick to rocks, where they're strongly attached by a mass of brown filaments that forbids their moving about. In this respect, oysters are inferior even to mussels, to whom nature has not denied all talent for locomotion. The shellfish, Melagarnia, that womb for pearls whose valves are nearly equal in size, has the shape of a round shell with thick walls and a very rough exterior. Some of these shells were furrowed with flaky greenish bands that radiated down from the top. These were the young oysters. The others had rugged black surfaces measured up to 15 centimeters in width and were 10 or more years old. Captain Nemo pointed to this prodigious heap of shellfish, and I saw that these mines were genuinely inexhaustible. since nature's creative powers are greater than man's destructive instincts. True to those instincts, Ned Land greedily stuffed the finest of these mollusks into a net he carried at his side. But we couldn't stop. We had to follow the captain, who headed down trails seemingly known only to himself. The seafloor rose noticeably, and when I lifted my arms, sometimes they would pass above the surface of the sea. Then the level of the oyster bank would lower unpredictably. Often we went around tall, pointed rocks rising like pyramids, and their dark crevices, huge crustaceans, aiming their long legs like heavy artillery, watched with unblinking eyes, while underfoot there crept millipedes, bloodworms, Oricea worms, and annelid worms, whose antennas and tubular tentacles were incredibly long. Just then, a huge cave opened up in our path, hollowed from a picturesque pile of works whose smooth heights were completely hung with underwater flora. At first, this cave looked pitch black to me. Inside, the sun's rays seemed to diminish by degrees. Their hazy transparency was nothing more than drowned light. Captain Nemo went in. We followed him. My eyes soon grew accustomed to this comparative gloom. I distinguished the unpredictability contoured springs of a vault, supported by natural pillars firmly based on a granite foundation, like the weighty columns of Tuscan architecture. Why had our incomprehensible guide taken us into the depths of this underwater crypt? I would soon find out. After going down a fairly steep slope, our feet trod on the floor of a sort of circular pit. There, Captain Nemo stopped, and his hand indicated an object that I hadn't yet noticed. It was an oyster of extraordinary dimensions, a titanic giant clam, a holy water front that could have held a whole lake, a basin more than 2 meters wide, hence even bigger than the one adorning the Nautilus's lounge. I approached this phenomenal mollusk, its mass of filaments attached to a table of granite, and there it grew by itself in the midst of the cave's calm waters. I estimated the weight of this giant clam at 300 kilograms. Hence, such an oyster held 15 kilos of meat, and you'd need the stomach of King Gargantua to eat a couple dozen. Looks like ads are about to start, so we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to go refresh my water. Maybe take another painkiller. Has it been 8 hours? I need 2 more hours, and then I can have another painkiller. Then I will rest my eyes until we come back. I want to finish this chapter. So we'll be right back, everybody, after these ads. Okay, and we're back. Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully everybody stood up and took a little bit of a break, got some water. Oh. I didn't take my pills. I grabbed them, but I didn't take them. To see what is the largest 60-pound pearl. I need to see this. It's called a gigapearl. Gigapearl. A gigapearl. World's largest certified natural blister pearl. 27 kilograms. Worth 140 million. Let's see. Oh my god, that is huge. Standing next to a person, it's like the size of their torso. Canadian man inherits a 160-pound gigapearl. Oh my god. It's very pretty though. I like the little like octopus statue. Largest pearl ever. It kind of looks like a tooth. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Giant clam that made the gigapearl. I know, right? You have to imagine how big the clam was that made this pearl. Ugh. Not gonna lie, this just makes me really want a pair of pearl earrings. Or something with pearls. I love pearl. I think pearls are pretty, like that peachy color that they can sometimes get. I know they're pretty, they can be pretty expensive too, so it's not really something that I know I can just be like, I want this, and then I'll go get it, you know what I mean? I don't know. I've always liked pearls. I think they're beautiful. But they're so, that's a huge pearl. You're so right. Giant tooth. It does. I want a pearl hand grip for my long distance hole punch. For your long distance hole punch. Oh, really quick. Luna Mothuse. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome and cutie. How are you? The girl with the pearl earring, but as Moo. That is such a gorgeous painting too. I remember watching a movie about the artist who did that piece. It might have been just like not a historical reenactment obviously, but like a fantasy reenactment. Because apparently the girl who did the painting was a servant of the house. I could be wrong. Again, I'm going based off of the movie, which I don't know how much of it was based off of historical fact, but it was such an it was such an interesting idea, you know what I mean? But let me go ahead, now that I keep looking at this gigapearl, it's huge. Let me go ahead and get back into the book. My headache is getting worse, so I want to try and finish this chapter. We're at about the halfway point. Okay. So I might just kind of like read through it and not look at chat too often, but I will glance over. I'm just letting you guys know I might not respond to anything for a bit. Okay. Good night, Tara. Have a good rest. Good night, good night, good night. We're locking in. We are. Captain Nemo was obviously familiar with this bivalve's existence. This wasn't the first time he'd paid a visit, and I thought his sole reason for leading us to this locality was to show us a natural curiosity. I was mistaken. Captain Nemo had an explicit personal interest in checking on the current condition of this giant clam. The mollusk's 2 valves were partly open. The captain approached and stuck his dagger vertically between the shells to discourage any ideas about closing it. Then, with his hands, he raised the fringes, membrane-filled tunic that made up the animal's mantle. There, between its lifelike folds, I saw a loose pearl as big as a coconut. Its globular shape, perfect clarity, and wonderful orient made it a jewel of incalculable value. Carried away by curiosity, I stretched out my hand to take it, weigh it, fondle it, but the captain stopped me, signaled no, removed his dagger with one swift motion, and let the 2 valves snap shut. I then understood Captain Nemo's intent. By leaving the pearl buried beneath the giant's clam mantle, he allowed it to grow imperceptibly. With each passing year, the mollusk's secretions added new concentratic layers. The captain alone was familiar with the cave where this wonderful fruit of nature was. By ripening, he alone reared it, so to speak, in order to transfer it one day to his dearly beloved museum. Perhaps following the example of the oyster farmers in China and India, he had even predetermined the creation of his pearl by sticking under the mollusk's fold some piece of glass or metal that was gradually covered with mother of pearl. In any case, comparing this pearl to others I already knew about, and those shimmering in the captain's collection, I estimated that it was worth at least 10 million francs. It was a superb natural curiosity rather than a luxurious piece of jewelry, because I don't know any female ear that could handle it. Our visit to this opulent giant clam came to an end. Captain Nemo left the cave, and we climbed back up the bank of shellfish in the midst of his clear waters not yet disturbed by divers at work. We walked by ourselves, genuine loiterers, stopping or straying as our fancies dictated. For my part, I was no longer worried about those dangers my imagination had so ridiculously exaggerated. The shallows drew noticeably closer to the surface of the sea, and soon, walking in only a meter of water, my head passed well above the level of the ocean. Conseil rejoined me, and gluing his huge copper capsule to mine, his eyes gave me a friendly greeting, but his lofty plateau measured only a few fathoms, and soon we re-entered our element. I think I've now earned the right to dub it that. 10 minutes later, Captain Nemo stopped suddenly. I thought he'd called a halt so that we could turn and start back. No. With a gesture, he ordered us to crouch beside him at the foot of a wide crevice. His hand motioned towards a spot within the liquid mass, and I looked carefully. 5 meters away, a shadow appeared and dropped to the seafloor. The alarming idea of sharks crossed my mind, but I was mistaken, and once again we didn't have to deal with monsters of the deep. It was a man, a living man, an Indian fisherman, the poor devil who no doubt had come to gather what he could before harvest time. I saw the bottom of his dinghy moored a few feet above his head. He would dive and go back up in quick succession. A stone cut in the shape of a sugar loaf, which he gripped between his feet while the rope connected to the boat, served to lower him more quickly to the ocean floor. This was the extent of his equipment, arriving on the seafloor at a depth of about 5 meters, he fell to his knees and stuffed his sack with shellfish gathered at random. Then he went back up, emptied his sack, pulled up his stone, and started all over again. The whole process lasting only 30 seconds. This diver didn't see us. A shadow cast by our crag hid us from his view. And besides, how could this poor boy ever have guessed that human beings, creatures like himself, were near him under the waters, eavesdropping on his movements, not passing a single detail of his fishing? So he went up and down several times. He gathered only about 10 shellfish per dive because he had to tear them from the banks, where each clung with its tough mass of filaments. And how many of these oysters for which he risked his life would have no pearl in them? I observed him with great care. His movements were systematical. Sorry. Hold on, I need water. They found the Giger Pearl. They did. Hi, Shem. Thank you for the head pat. Have a good night, Kaiser. Mwah. And Tara, have a good rest. Mwah. Good night, good night. Hardest part about movies, artistic liberties are abused. They are, this is true. But it's a good film still. Hi, Sloth. Am I ending soon? I'm going to be going for probably another 30 minutes. I want to finish this chapter. I'm going to finish this chapter before we end, Sloth. This diver didn't see us. A shadow cast by our crag hid us from his view. And besides, how could this poor boy have ever guessed that human beings, creatures like himself, were near him under the waters? Hi, God Hunter. Eavesdropping on his movements, not missing a single detail of his fishing. So he went up and down several times. He gathered only about 10 shellfish per dive because he had to tear them from the banks, where each clung with its tough. He gathered only about 10 shellfish per dive because he had to tear them from the banks, where each clung with its tough mass of filaments. And how many of these oysters, for which he risked his life, would have no pearl in them? I observed him with great care. His movements were systematically executed, and for half an hour no danger seemed to threaten him. So, I had gotten used to the sight of his fascinating fishing when all at once, just as the man was kneeling on the seafloor, I saw him take a frightened gesture, stand, gather himself to spring back to the surface of the waves. I understood his fear. A gigantic shadow appeared above the poor diver. It was a shark of huge size, moving in diagonally, eyes ablazing, jaws wide open. I was speechless with horror, unable to make a single movement. With this one vigorous stroke of its fins, the voracious animal shot towards the man, who jumped aside and avoided the shark's bite, but not the thrashing of its tail, because that tail struck him across the chest and stretched him out on the sea floor. The scene lasted barely a few seconds. The shark rolled over on its back and was getting ready to cut the man in half when Captain Nemo, who was stationed beside me, suddenly stood up. Then he strode right towards the monster, dagger in hand, ready to fight at close quarters. Just as it was about to snap up the poor fisherman, the man-eater saw its new adversary, repositioned itself on its belly, and headed swiftly towards him. I can see Captain Nemo's bearing to this day. Bracing himself, he waited for the fearsome man-eater with wonderful composure. and when the later rushed at him, the captain leapt aside with prodigious quickness, avoided a collision, and sank his dagger into its belly. But that wasn't the end of the story. A dreadful battle was joined. The shark bellowed, so to speak. Blood was pouring into the waves from its wounds. The sea was dyed red, and through its opaque liquid I could see nothing else. Nothing else until the moment when, through the rift in the clouds, I saw the daring captain cling to one of the animal's fins, fighting the monster at close quarters, boring its emptying belly with stabs of the dagger, yet unable to deliver the deciding thrust. In other words, a direct hit to the heart. In its struggles, the man-eater churned the watery mass so furiously, its eddies threatened to knock me over. Hi, Sloth! Welcome in, welcome in. Faye! Hi, Faye! Thanks for the follow as well. Hi, Sloth! Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome to your favorite cafe. Oh, my head really hurts. I'm forgetting my thing. How was stream? You're doing some... How was Mouse PI? Oh my gosh. That is such a cool game. I like Mouse PI. Are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying Mouse PI? It's such a cool looking game. I watched 𝙇𝙬𝙈 play that not long ago, and it looked like so much fun. I'm absolutely love it. I believe I'm close to finishing. You're close to finishing it already? But welcome on in, Raiders. Welcome to Favorite Cafe. Arcantos! Hi, Ark. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you? How's your night? Was able to raid you? Yeah, thank you so much. Hi, Ark. You were doing fossil fighters. Sleepy. Have a good night, Kono. Have a good rest. To Sloth and to Arcantos, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in, Raiders. Welcome to Favorite Cafe. I'm Mukia. I'm a siren with a necrotic affliction, and I run a cafe. If you guys would like a drink, we do tea, boba, coffee, hot cocoa, however the cake is extra. How was your streams? How was Fossil Fighters? You said 30 minutes left, and I was like, fuck. I rushed on, finished the section I was on. No, you're good, Sloth. The only reason why I say 30 minutes is because I'm kind of fighting a headache. It's been like an all-day thing, like just literally all day. I thought it was caffeine, so I had coffee. That didn't do anything. I thought it was food, so I had food, and that didn't do anything. I've been drinking water, so I think it's just a tension headache. So I'm trying to just get through it. And reading streams for me with you guys is very relaxing. Food. I had chimkin, potato, and mac and cheese. It was good. I have some salad left over because I didn't eat the salad. It was like too much all at once. So after stream, I'm gonna have my veggies, and finish my coffee, and then I'm probably gonna watch this TV show that I've been watching before I go to sleep. Macaroni? Yeah, with El Polo macaroni. You're right. But nap, you can't have a headache if you're unconscious. This is true. This is true. I tried. Thank you for the forehead kiss. Stream went well. I was playing Fossil Fighters, went around digging up fossils, jewels, battled other fighters, got up to rank 3, progress in the story. Ooh, okay, wait, so what is Fossil Fighters? Elbow macaroni. I love Fossil Fighters. I've never heard of it. What kind of game is it? Is it like an MMO? Do you play with other people? It's such a big seller. You know what? True. You can't have allergies if you're asleep. But then you just drool and snot all over your pillow. It's like Pokemon, except you dig up fossils. Oh, 5 stream streak. Let's go, Sloth. Thank you, thank you. But how are you, Braun? How was stream the other night? I saw you celebrating your how long? Like 3 or 4 year anniversary? It was your anniversary a couple nights ago. And then you said that you were going to do something bigger like later on, right? But how are you, Braun? But Sloth and Arcantos, if you guys need to raid and run, I understand. But if you want to lurk and hang out, make sure to do after stream care. I'm going to be getting back into the story. Because my headache is on the upper swing of pain. So I want to try and finish this chapter before I end the night. Big celebration later. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good, good. I'll be invited to that, right? But let me go ahead and get back into the book. I wanted to run to the captain's rescue. Oh, wait, hold on. There it is. The shark bellowed, so to speak. Blood was pouring into the waters from its wounds. The sea was dyed red, and through its opaque liquid I could see nothing else. Nothing else until the moment when, through a rift in the clouds, I saw the daring captain clinging to one of the animal's fins, fighting the monster at close quarters. Belabouring his enemy's belly with stabs with a dagger, yet unable to deliver the final thrust. In other words, a direct hit to the heart. In its struggles, the man-eater churned the water's mass so furiously, its eddies threatened to knock me over. I wanted to run to the captain's rescue, but I was transfixed with horror, unable to move. I stared, wide-eyed. I saw the fight enter a new phase. The captain fell to the seafloor, toppled by the enormous mass weighing him down. Then the shark's jaws opened astonishingly wide, like a pair of industrial shears, and that would have finished the captain, had not Ned Land quickly as thought. Rushed forward with his harpoon and driven his dreadful point into the shark's underside. The waves were saturated in masses of blood. The waters took the movements of the man-eater, which thrashed about with indescribable fury. Ned Land hadn't missed his target. This was the monster's death rattle. Pierced to the heart, it was struggling with dreadful spasms, whose aftershocks knocked Conseil off his feet. Meanwhile, Ned Land pulled the captain clear. Uninjured, the latter stood up, went right to the diver, quickly cut the rope binding the man to the stone, took the fellow in his arms, and with a vigorous kick of the heel, rose to the surface of the sea. The three of us followed him, and a few moments later, miraculously safe, we reached the fisherman's longboat. Captain Nemo's first concern was to revive this unfortunate man. I wasn't sure he would succeed. I hoped so, since the poor boy hadn't been under very long, but that stroke from the shark's tail could have been his death blow. Fortunately, after vigorous massaging by Conseil and the captain, I saw the nearly drowned man regain consciousness little by little. He opened his eyes. How startled he must have felt, how frightened even at seeing 4 huge copper craniums leaning over him. And above all, what must he have thought when Captain Nemo pulled a bag of pearls from a pocket in his diving suit and placed it in the fisherman's hands? This magnificent benefaction from the man of the waters to the poor Indian from the Ceylon was accepted by the latter with trembling hands. His bewildered eyes indicated that he didn't know what superhuman creatures he owed both his life and his fortune. At the captain's signal, we returned to the banks of the shellfish and retraced our steps. We walked half an hour until we encountered the anchor connecting the seafloor with the Nautilus's skiff. Back on board, the sailors helped divest us of our heavy copper carapaces. Captain Nemo's first words were spoken to the Canadian. "Thank you, Mr. Land," he told him. "Tit for tat, Captain," Ned Land replied. "I owed it to you." The ghost of a smile glided across the captain's lips. And that was all. To the Nautilus, he said. The longboat flew over the waves. A few minutes later, we encountered the shark's corpse again, floating. From the black markings on the tips of its fins, I recognized the dreadful squalus Melanopteris from the seas of the East Indies, a variety in the species of sharks proper. It is more than 25 feet long. Its enormous mouth occupied a third of its body. It was an adult, as could be seen from the 6 rows of teeth forming in isosceles triangles in its upper jaw. 6 rows. Wait a minute, are you serious? It is a... Okay. It's a black tip reef shark. It was a giant black tip reef shark. Okay. You guys have seen these ones where the top fin and the tail fins, like all the fins on it are like dipped in black and the whole thing is like gray and the underside is blue. That's what this shark looked like. They're very pretty. When you guys think shark, this is kind of what you see in your head. But think like the tips of its fins are black, like dipped in black. You know what I mean? Anyways. Conseil looked at it with purely scientific fascination, and I'm sure he placed it, not with good reason, in the class of cartilaginous fish, order Chrodrotigeria, with fixed gills, family Celicea, genus Squalus. While I was contemplating this inert mass, suddenly a dozen of these voracious Melanoptera appeared around our longboat, but, paying no attention to us, they pounced on the corpse and quarreled over every scrap of it. By 8:30, we were back on board the Nautilus. There, I fell to thinking about the incident that marked our excursion over the Manar Oysterbanks. 2 impressions inevitably stood out. One concerned Captain Nemo's matchless bravery. The other, his devotion to a human being, a representative of that race from which he had fled beneath the seas. In spite of everything, this strange man hadn't yet succeeded in completely stifling his heart. When I shared these impressions with him, he answered me in a tone touched with emotion. That man, Professor, lives in the land of the oppressed, and I am to this day, and will be until the last of my breath, a native of that same land. Super sleepy. Bed. Good night, God Hunter. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out. Alright, that is the end of chapter 3. Book 2, chapter 3 we are now on chapter 4 of book 2. Oh, we did it, guys. We did it. Oh, my head really, really hurts. I am going to go ahead and I'm gonna find somebody. Wait, hold on. I think I just saw somebody. Oh. Let me refresh and just make sure that they are still alive. Because if they are, I would love to read into them. We haven't raided into them in a hot minute, and they are currently, well, from what I saw, look like they're doing ASMR. No, they are offline. Dang it. I was so excited. I was so excited. But, okay, we're gonna go raid on into Fleet. Fleet is doing, they're doing some ASMR right now. Fleet is one of my favorite femboy, chaotic, gremlin, cutie patooties. So we're gonna go right on into them. They're very sweet. and they currently have a thigh cam. I think you guys will enjoy that. But we're gonna go Fleet Legs. Yes, they're so sweet. They're very, very sweet. I enjoy hanging out with them. But we're gonna go right on into Fleet. They always pop in and hang out, and it's been a hot minute since we raided into them, so I'd love to go say hi. Thigh cam, they do. They do have a thigh cam. I won't be really quick. So Friday. This Friday, my Friday, so 3 days from now, or technically 2 days. If you guys are in my Discord, you'll see the date. The next day I go live, right? We're going to be playing a game that I have long been anticipating. I am part of their ambassador program. We will be playing 𝘼𝙎𝙈𝙍. It is a game that we play the demo of. Like I said, I am one of the ambassadors for it. So I was able to get a key from the developers. And we'll be playing that on Friday. The game releases this Thursday, but we will not be playing it until Friday, so we'll be 1 day behind everybody else, but we're gonna be playing it, and I hope you guys will join me. Don't watch anybody else except for Vaxing. You guys can watch Vaxing. Vaxing's gonna be playing it. You guys can watch Vaxing. Just don't watch anybody else, okay? Because I'll be playing it. I'll be playing it on Friday. But let's go ahead and let's get the raid started, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. If you want to follow my socials, I have an X, I have a Blue Sky, I have a Patreon for spicy content. I also have my ASMR YouTube channel and my YouTube channel for VODs if you guys like my gaming content. If you guys want to follow me, pretty much everything's right there. If you're a subscriber and you'd like to join us for the raid, go ahead and use the first one. If you're not a subscriber and you would like to join us on the raid, go ahead and use the second one. Those are Twitch global emotes, so you don't have to be subscribed to join us on the raid. But let's go ahead. Let's say hi to Fleet. They are doing some ASMR with thigh cam, and I think you guys will really enjoy them. Everybody have a good night, rest well, and I will see you on Friday for some 𝘼𝙎𝙈𝙍.